So you're just gonna step through that pile I just sweeped? Like, it's clear it was there. Like, how could you have missed it? You know, I'm always here. It's like you guys don't even see me. You think the tower just keeps itself clean? I mean, what do you think it is that I do here? You guys prance around, shopping, grabbing armor and guns, and forget I know all your dirty little secrets. You know what? I quit. But before I do, I got something I want to get off my chest. I'm through with being invisible. With this broom, I'm invincible. I'm mythical. In the cleaning world, at least criminal, that I am underrated. I make this place livable. Guardians are gross and despicable. It's pitiful to see how they complain, but it's typical behavior. Wanna know real labor? Wanna know the strain?
Alrighty, everybody, welcome to LMG Live. All right, gentlemen, please bring yourselves back from being on mute. So, brought us in a little bit with the Destiny 2 Sweeper Bot diss track. If you guys haven't heard that, find it on Spotify. It's a pretty good song. So, but I am your host of LMG Live, LMG, TheFlaminC. And tonight I've got a full cast and crew to go over just the goings-on in the League of Mature Gamers, as well as talk about some things going in gaming and in our lives, and then dive off into the Destiny 2 talk that has just come out about 3 weeks ago, and see what we think of the game, how everything's going with it, if we like it compared to D1, is it better, is it worse, are we ready to put it on the shelf and start something else? So, but I'm going to introduce the cast that we have with us right now. So our first is Adam212. Say hello to everybody, sir.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the podcast.
You all know him and love him. And then our second guest is Mr. Viciousmadhatter.
How's it going?
And then the man behind the mask who doesn't want to show his face is Mr. Solid Scorpion Z.
What up, what up?
And finally, the man in charge, the founder of LMG, Mr. What is your name now? Used to be Slip, but now you are the Raging Moose. How you doing?
Are
you going to talk?
Hey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
It's really my face. It's actually just an implant.
Ooh. Well.
You should be aware. I went with fat bald guy this time.
This one's better than the last one I saw. So it's been a month since we had an LMG live. Life has jumped up and kicked me specifically in the ass. So I've been working a lot and then had a little bit of vacation. So I hope to get back on track with having these out every 2 weeks, starting with this evening. And just wanted to run around and see what's been going on in your guys' lives real quick. If anything new, what games you've been playing, new things in life. I know two of you guys probably have new jobs or new promotions going on, but what have you been playing, Mr. Solid, besides Destiny?
I mean, that's pretty much it. I put League on hold until Destiny's done with, so
okay.
That's about it. I mean, I played a little bit Black Ops 3 Zombies. My brother just got an Xbox again, so we're going to start probably playing that a lot. So if anyone's looking to play Zombies again, we always need people to play that. Oh, yeah.
I know Revelations would probably hit you up. I know he was always a zombie guy.
Yeah, we're pretty much, we just pretty much need one more person to run through all the Easter eggs with, so.
All right. Well, if you're listening.
We'll obviously talk about Destiny a little bit later.
Oh, yeah.
Just Nations have an Xbox again?
My brother does. He sold it a year ago, and then we just started playing League, and then he just bought another one. So.
Okay, gotcha.
The magic meat boy.
Oh yeah.
Yes. All righty. What about you, Mr. Moose? What have you been up to?
Aside from work, well, I've been playing a lot of Destiny lately, like everybody else. Been sucked into that large vacuum of video gaming. But before that, I was actually doing a fair bit of Wildlands. I don't know. I got into that, and it's kind of been feeding me until patch 1.8 for the Division comes out. So that's what I've been doing.
Alrighty.
Yeah, it's Destiny 2 primarily. So
okay. Well, we've got some stuff in the gaming area about Wildlands that you can maybe fill in. I think there's some new modes coming in. So, and then our PlayStation 4 representative, Mr. Viciousmadhatter, what have you been playing, sir?
Well, besides Destiny 2, I've been playing Battlefield 1.
Okay.
I've been trying all the new maps there and seeing how that's going. So, man, I'm still on the fence post about it.
Excellent. And I think from earlier, this is your first foray into the Destiny world. Did you play D1?
It is.
Okay.
I did not.
All right. So what brought you to purchasing Destiny? Was that the group, just hearing about it, or?
Yeah, everybody talking about it, and and I decided to give it a try, and I fell in love with it. So.
Well, good. Activision owes LMG 1 penny.
Has overcome my final defeat,
Damn it!
and now he's come to murder me.
I have to turn those off. I got all of my alerts turned off, but I forgot to turn off some of my commands. Thank you, Adam.
Yep.
Alrighty. I will learn new things every time I do this. So, but, all right, finally, Mr. Adam, what have you been up to?
Just working, baby, and not working, baby. Like, hey, working, baby.
Working.
No, I got the baby, and hanging out with him, hanging out with the wife. Pulled back the gaming quite a bit, and just been hanging out, doing some family stuff. In the free time that I have, beyond that, playing a lot of Destiny 2, like everyone is doing. So, the game's kind of taking over everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at a point now. I think I'm about to pull it back and do some other stuff though.
Okay. I know watching you stream and stuff like that before D2 dropped, you were in a lot of PUBG. Is that something that's pulling you back, or? I know you were playing a lot on your PC.
I don't think so. I think that now that Moose over here has gotten PUBG, we'll be playing some together, just for fun, do some stuff like that. As far as PUBG goes, I'm really excited for it to be on console, and I think that's going to be my next sort of like push for PUBG.
Okay.
Just
I'm right
because
there
I
with
think
you, buddy.
it's going to be a little more stable and a little bit more balanced, I think. And that's the kind of PUBG that I want. Right now, I'm going to take the time to get to some of the other games that I've gotten that are dropping this week, and some that I've had just sitting on the shelf for quite some time. Some kind of small run stuff that I'll be streaming, and so that people can see a little bit of variety.
A variety? Excellent. Well, good. Well, I know whenever when PUBG comes to Xbox, I think it's going to blow up a little bit inside of LMG, sort of like Destiny. So that should be, the calendar should be full. Lots of people in the PUBG forum talking about it, stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to that.
I think that shit's explode.
Yes.
When it comes.
Yeah, it will.
Yep. So
It's gonna be like Call of Duty 4, I think.
I'm looking forward to it. So I'll have to go pick up that game as well, along with all the other games that we play. So, do we know what it's going to drop for? Is it going to be a $59.99 release, or is it going to come in as a ID at Xbox or something like that at maybe a $40 price point? Is that known yet?
I've not seen information on that yet.
Okay.
No.
I would imagine they would put it at $60.
I would think maybe like 30 or 40.
I was going to say, what is it on Steam?
$30.
Yeah, I think they'll probably ask for like $30, maybe $40, so that extra $10 goes to Xbox or whatever. But $40, I think, is a fair price to pay for it.
I mean, I'm ignorant on this. What would be dropping that's extra from the PC to the Xbox version to justify a $30 adder?
There wouldn't be.
Okay.
There'd be nothing. Yeah, if it's $60, I don't think it'll do as well.
Okay. All
I
right.
think they could sell it for $60.
Mhm.
I would think that they might try to,
Okay.
just because it is the most popular game in the entire freaking world right now. But if they're smart, they wouldn't. It doesn't have a campaign. I mean, there's really nothing to except multiplayer.
Yeah, exactly. It's like half a game. It's barely half a game, so it's, I'd say it's a worthwhile $30, $40 investment.
Are there, let's see, in-game purchases or anything that you would, like cosmetics or anything like that, sort of like a Fortnite that you could buy a $40, $50, $60 version and get a bunch of shit? Or is it just straight up everything that's in the game you have the ability to get? Just based
Just
on...
on Steam, it's just that. I mean, it's just
Okay.
that. There's no microtransactions or anything like that. You
Okay.
can, get kills and earn things, get better in the
Right.
rankings to earn things. But that's it.
Okay. Well, cool. Well, I want to jump in real quick. I know it's been, like I said, about a month, and we've had some new things change on the website as well as Discord. And one of the big things that I know has come up is our new voting system on how we are doing that. I'm going to put you on the spot, but Moose, do you mind just giving a quick rundown of the new voting system?
Yeah, we vote, and you either make it or you don't.
Sweet. Easy enough.
We changed it up a bit. It was before, like, all we've really done is we had a minimum requirement of 5 votes to get in when we were smaller, and it was pretty much Xbox exclusive. And over time, we've been getting some PC people rolling in, some PS4 people rolling in, and I just kind of decided, you know what, we'll take that 5 minimum, we'll knock it down to 1. We'll start the vote as soon as you apply. So before you'd apply, your 14 days would roll around, then we'd put up the post, and then it would sit there for 2 or 3 days, and it might not see a lot of activity, might get 1, 2, 3, or 4 votes or something like that. Then it would just kind of sit there waiting on that 5th vote. It would never come, and eventually had to clear the queue. So we've in a way, it's easier to get in, but it's not. Like, there's still that vesting period, I guess, where can vote yes, we can abstain. Worst case scenario, we can vote no. Still gives us the ability as a community to see if you're a good fit for the community.
Excellent. Okay. And I know we've had a massive influx of trial members and new members in the last month. I think if I looked at it correctly, we're closing in on 500 registered members on the website.
Yeah.
So, excellent.
2 or 487. It's one of those 2 numbers anyway, or in between.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep. It
I
looks.
just got 8 new votes tonight when I got home from work. So.
Yep. Yeah. Every time I open up my computer, I get a new email that a new vote's up. So if guys do your service, get in there, play with the new trial members. They'll be looking for games with you guys as well. Get to know them. I know we've had a handful of new people who have jumped right into the Discord and started talking with us, and we've got some great players out there just looking to find a community that is built for them and is looking to play with a little bit more, slightly more mature environment. So, but just slightly. So, I know we also had some issues and concerns last week. Discord dropped an update that totally blew up the channels. and
then I was like, hey, let's do this and this and this.
Yes. So I got a couple messages. I saw some things in the mod and rep channel. I saw some things in general chat. Shit just started going all over the place on the channels.
Destiny channel.
Yes. So I think it's all cleared up now. It looks nice. I mean, I've had a week to get used to it, but and that was a Discord update. That wasn't anything on our side that we did, correct?
That's correct. No, it was the addition of categories, and as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, yes, finally, because without categories, our channel list was like, here.
Yes. Scroll.
So now the categories are there. I think it's like public channels, supporter only channels, and then just, I don't know, there's mod channels for us. And you can basically minimize them all, and anytime one of the channels that you don't have muted has something added to it, like chat wise or whatever, then it all of a sudden pops up. Otherwise you have a nice, just compressed, clean list. So I really like it. So, and the next thing I'm excited for is video chat.
Awesome. Well, and when that drops, it'll probably blow up the Discord again, and we'll have to put all the pieces back together. But
I'm really excited to see what it will do to Skype if it's better than Skype.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm really interested to see if it'll do better than Skype as well. Because currently more people use Discord than any other service to talk to people while gaming. Yeah. And if video is just as easy to use, Skype is going to be gone.
Think about this, Rip. Like, if you think like your podcast, for example, you do it on Skype, Now, you imagine doing this on Discord and the podcast channel, so you've got your video chat
Oh, yeah.
up, your stream here, and then on the side you might have like some chat going on. So you
Yep.
might actually have people in Discord chatting with you instead of necessarily having to get them into your
Have to
stream
look over
share,
here, and then over here.
the control center.
Yes,
And
exactly.
if Discord picked up streaming abilities like Twitch does, the whole world dies.
Oh yeah, Discord's
Skynet.
trying to take over everything.
Mm-mm. What? And I've never used it before, but does TeamSpeak have a video chat style, or is it set up just for
It's just strictly
audio? Okay,
chat.
Okay.
I think it's you can organize it a lot better than I think you can Discord, but at the same time, it's not free. Like you have to pay for it. It's like I think Discord's on the right road if they stay free and they keep improving over time through making money through sponsorships or whatever. Then
Turbo.
Turbo, there you go. And you know, like Adams does the Turbo, and I was thinking of it too. And if they stay free, they've got their hands tightly wrapped around the market on in-game chat and video chat coming up and community.
Okay. Well, cool. Well,
Same time. So
is there a timeline on the video integration, or is it just something that they're looking at doing?
they have it featured right now for their Turbo members. So like Fire Turbo and Adams Turbo, I think him and I would be able to play around with it, but right now just for the general public it's not, because consider it kind of a beta stage, I suppose. They're just seeing how it works and figuring out all the kinks, and
Awesome.
we'll see. You know, maybe it'll be a Turbo only thing. That wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Okay.
And everything else they offer is freaking free. So like, who knows? We'll see.
Yep. Well, I know before I got in with the DoD, then with our group afterwards, and then with the LMG, I had no clue what Discord was. So, and from then, I mean, my wife's asked me, "What are you on?" And I've had some other buddies who have joined, and it's been a great thing for the community, as well as sometimes it creates some issues. But I think it has brought a lot of us a little bit closer on being able just to get that instant gratification of talking, instead of having to do Xbox chat or having to do messages and all that kind of stuff. So looking forward to it. So, and
Yeah, embrace it. I don't know.
yep, exactly. It's one of those necessary evils. So, next thing, and I don't know exactly where we are. Is there a supporter community raffle for the month currently, or did we do the Destiny clan names?
I know there is a raffle, and actually the clan name stuff, I've still got to get cards out. Some have come back to me and said, "Hey, just put it back into the community," but haven't forgotten about it. So yeah, that'll be whoever our winners were there. Their cards will get sent out to them, and I'll get in touch. I haven't forgotten about you. And then we have another raffle. I'm just checking now to see if it's closed or not. Yeah, it's completed. So who's our winner? This is actually awesome. Like, we can just announce it right here.
Oh,
So,
sweet. All right, here we go. Drum
our
roll.
winner, Samsung 850 EVO 250 gigabyte SATA 3 internal solid state drive is Aladdin Sane AZ. Yes, sir.
On the hype train. All right. Adam was like, "Damn it, I knew I wanted that."
Yeah.
I've got
to still figure that out. It's through Amazon, so I might have to either get one of you guys in the U.S. there to send it to him, and I'll just send you the funds.
Let me have, how do you spell his tag? ALAD?
ALADDINSAAZ.
All right, I probably spelled that horribly wrong, but we'll get in touch with him and let him know. So, sweet. Excellent. I appreciate it. And
Yeah, that worked out, actually. So I was thinking about that. yesterday. I'm like, shit, I bet you that raffle's up. I better check on it. And this worked out really well.
Good.
Actually, to that note, can I just say something really quick?
Jump in.
My apologies if anybody is like kind of like, why is my vote taking so long, and why is this taking so long? Real life again, with my new job and stuff like that. I don't have all the time in the world necessarily. I do look, and I will get to it. So just be with us.
What? I don't know. Something on the phone between a chat. Okay. So.
Am I in shit from Adam?
Check your Discord, damn it.
I'm trying not to say it out loud. But.
Okay.
So. All right. Well, cool. From there, let's jump into some gaming news real quick. These are just some hot points that we wanted to see. If you have ever seen the Cuphead, it is finally releasing on Friday. It is. What's that?
What's Cuphead?
Oh my god. Oh.
Solid over there is getting a little chubby. So tell us about Cuphead, Mr. Solid.
Oh my god. All right, so Cuphead is essentially a bullet hell platformer. You and another player can essentially go through these like old school all the animations hand drawn bullet hell platforming levels, and then you get to a boss and you kill the boss. I mean, it's very like classic 2D gaming. I think it's $20 and it's a play anywhere. So you can play it on your computer or you can play it on your Xbox.
Oh, look at that, eh?
Yep.
Yeah. It's gonna be I'm guessing a lot of people will buy it, especially if it's only $20.
I was watching a playthrough. It was a highlight playthrough, just like, fast through the scenes and all that stuff last week. It looks amazing. Side-scrolling, beautiful. I saw several boss battles where it was like multi-tier boss. Like it was this face, and then they took out the part of the face, and it turned into like a skull, and the skull went out, and it's really cool.
It reminds me a lot of like the Binding of Isaac, but like a nightmare like Disney World.
But Binding of Isaac's not side-scrolling, right?
No, Binding of Isaac is top-down, but it's a very bullet hellish game, and this kind of reminds me of it. Especially with some of those.
There's a lot of action on the screen.
Yeah, there's a lot of bullets on screen. So, and I know that a couple of reporters were playing it, like game reporters were playing it, and they were terrible, and were getting flack for it. I know throughout like social media and stuff, like, how are you so bad at this game? They're like, no, you don't understand. It's just really, really hard.
Oh,
yeah, it's really
shmups are a pain in the ass, man.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be fun, I think. And like,
yeah.
And I think that
the music's amazing.
Yeah, that price point of $20. I mean, just from looking at the graphics and those types of things, I think it's gonna be. I think they'll do very well on it, and it'll play anywhere. So I think this is, Adam and I were talking earlier, it is going to have the upgraded graphics and be utilized on the Xbox One X.
Yeah, it'll be enhanced for Xbox One X.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know exactly what they're going to update, but they can just make, I guess, well, it's hard because like it's all like old style cartoon, so they can't really do anything to like upgrade the graphics on it.
They can HDR10 the color spectrum.
They could, but it might ruin the aesthetic of the old style cartoon, because the old style cartoon is a very specific color palette.
Yeah, you don't want it very realistic. You want it to be very cel shaded.
Yeah.
Well, not cel shaded, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, painted. I don't know. Yeah, like I said, it's all hand drawn animation, so I mean, it's.
I'm excited to see it. I pre-ordered it before I even knew the price point. Like I saw the demo of the game, the small trailer that they released at E3, and I was just like, I'm getting that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for this game for like 2 or 3 years now.
Exactly. And I mean, I didn't know it was dropping this early. I thought it was still. I know at E3 it had been told it was going to be end of 2017. So, pretty happy with it. And there's actually guys, I don't know. I've seen some guys streaming it on Twitch already who got it a little bit early. So who knows? They may drop it today, tomorrow, or not. Who knows? But yeah, that'll be something I'll pick up.
It's supposed to be tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Okay.
Pretty sure. Yeah, it's slated to release tomorrow, I believe.
Okay.
Double check that, but yeah, I believe that's tomorrow.
All right.
Yeah.
And along with that, I think Forza 7 comes out this week. It's going to be another Xbox One X.
Tuesday on that.
Is it Tuesday? Okay, so next Tuesday. Enhanced game. I went through and looked at I think it's the first 20 games or whatever that will utilize the graphics on the Xbox One X. I'm not going to jump into the bandwagon yet of purchasing one of those unless I win one. Hint, hint, maybe. But I think that'll be all of us. So, but anybody else looking at picking one of those up, or just staying with our good old originals?
I got my Scorpio in order.
You've got it on order?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Sticking with what I've got, and I put too much effort and money into my new rig, and I am going to end up focusing more and more every day on PC gaming.
Okay.
Yeah.
So clarification, Friday is Cuphead. So Friday's Cuphead, and October 3rd is Forza, which I think is Tuesday.
Which is a Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday release. So, okay. Well, cool. Let's move on. I know another game that caught fire in LMG, and I don't know if it's still burning. I sort of fizzled out on it. Was Fortnite, and they're dropping. Actually, it's already happened. A battle royale PvP style 100 enter, 1 is left PvP update. Has anybody played it? Have you played it, Adam?
No, I've heard some pretty bad reviews on it though.
Okay.
I downloaded it.
I've downloaded it as well. I haven't played it, so.
You guys should play it though. If you've not played PUBG, I think you'll be excited about it. I think the reason I would not like it is because of PUBG.
Yeah, I don't think I want to spoil myself. Thinking it's the one thing and it's going to be something completely different.
Yeah.
Stop. I have my alerts off, dude. It's not going to do anything. But thank you very much.
Can I ask a question? I mean,
go for it.
Once you get off the Fortnite subject.
Oh, is it concerning that next little bullet point or something else?
Something else.
Okay.
Just about the Warhammer thing. I was wanting to ask Solid if he's going to do Warhammer.
Yeah, ask him. Go for it.
Yeah, you going to do the Total War Warhammer 2?
What?
Okay, I guess that's a no. Next question.
What is it?
So you know what Warhammer is, right? The game.
Yeah.
So there's a new one coming out, Total War Warhammer 2. It's already getting like pre-reviews of like in the Metacritic's 87%.
Is it a RTS?
Super amazing. I don't know what that means.
Is it a real-time strategy game?
Yes, it is.
Yep, then I have no interest.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll watch. I'm too dumb for those games.
Yeah, I never can get into it either, but I know that it's a big thing, and this one appears to be something something's going to be really great for that franchise.
So, well then, if nobody's interested in that, we'll jump over. The why we brought up Fortnite was there was a article earlier in the week that PUBG was looking at asking the developers of Fortnite, Epic, to maybe back off a little bit. They were threatening lawsuits because of the concept of a battle royale 100 in, 1 leaving.
Oh, hold up. It's way more than that.
Okay.
I mean, the parachute looks almost identical to the flying thing that you come in on Fortnite. The promo ads, the posters that they put up look almost identical to the same things in PUBG.
Yep.
You know, it's just they're just ripping it off, man. I mean, that's a total dick move by them. And honestly, people are coming down on them. That's like, well, you're the biggest selling game in the country, or in the world. Actually, you've got like 10 million people playing it at any given time. And why don't you just shut up and take your money?
Yep, it is
but
on.
That's
it is
not how
on.
the fucking world works.
I mean, how do can you copyright an idea or a concept? I mean, there are other real-time strategy games. There are other sports games. There are other
H1Z1. There's
right,
exactly what they stole from.
Exactly. I mean, it's in essence a mod off of that, correct?
Yeah.
And then also, if you want to throw it in even more, it's running on Unreal, which is owned by Epic. Yeah. So then you get into even more internal stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to get pissy? Fine. We're going to pull our licenses from the backbone.
They did that. Oh,
yeah.
Jesus.
So I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how or what goes on with it. But I mean, whenever PUBG drops on the console, though, it'll blow Fortnite right out of the water. So
Except that Fortnite's already there on the console, and that's why they did it.
Well, and again, Fortnite's going to drop in 2018 as a free demo, or not actually a demo. It'll be a free to play style game.
Yeah,
so
like Warframe.
Yep. So who knows? We'll see. I just thought. I mean, Adam brought that up. That was rather interesting. That Bluehole, the developers, had some nice words with the guys at Epic over there on their concept.
They threatened suit.
Yeah,
they threatened lawsuit.
So
I see it a different way. I honestly I mean, they in that trailer. I mean, they give a shout out to PUBG and other games
they
like
do.
that. So, I mean, it's not like they're trying to like hide it. Like, look at our original idea. They're like, hey, we're inspired by games like PUBG and H1Z1 and stuff like that. Like, that's our inspiration. So I think that's to me, I looked at it when I was reading it. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. That's kind of free publicity, if you ask me. And now your console community is going to hear about it. And honestly, at the end of the day, I think when PUBG drops on console, like, quit your worrying. Don't stress about it. Like,
yeah, I think it'll be fine because PUBG's very realistic looking, and Fortnite's a cartoon.
Yeah, and it is. It's that area. If we didn't. Oh, okay. If we didn't have types of. I'm getting a lot of feedback off somebody. Okay. I'm gonna stop talking now because I hear myself in the background.
It's slip.
What? Can't be me.
Is it vicious? Is it vicious?
Mm-hmm. There's a green bar under Slip's window right now. Not anymore.
All right. Oh, it's been fixed. So, I mean, it drops into that area of if we didn't have different developers and many different things who took some of the things off of each other, then it would be just one shooter, one racing game, one RTS, those types of things. So, I'm looking forward to see it. I mean, I own Fortnite, so I might as well give it a shot and go from there. But
I think that, converse opinion is that they're the only ones on console right now doing a 100 person battle royale, and I think that's the problem.
Yeah,
because PUBG is slated to come to console,
but
they will steal from that.
PUBG, like, they look nothing like PUBG.
It's true. But I mean, if you're, you got enough money to buy one game.
Yeah.
And you can't get PUBG, get Fortnite. And I think they'd look at that and say, well, you guys are kind of dicking us.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with it. We'll be watching and see what happens. A game I don't own, but some of you guys have talked about it earlier. It looks like Wildlands is getting a PvP mode. Is this something that you dive into? Is it cool? Is it not? I mean, does Wildlands need a PvP mode?
You know what? My kid was playing it the other day. I haven't touched it yet, just because I haven't been in a Wildlands gear. And I asked him a couple questions. I'm like, do you have your abilities? Can you use your drone and stuff like that? And it sounds like you can use all that stuff, but it's not quite the same because you're not battling NPCs. So I haven't seen it for myself, so I can't speak to it too much. But if it's open world, kind of like Wildlands is, then
okay,
that'd be cool, super cool. For me, I understand. So
it is. I had the beta, and what it is, it's 4v4, but the maps are small, but they're big enough to where you actually have to run and hunt, and you can actually have room to hide.
Oh,
and
wow.
you can
Can you grab
customize. No. There's no vehicles. You customize your soldier any way you want to. I like it, but there is some flaws to it that they need to work out. But overall, I think it'd be a good add-on.
Is it a straight like elimination 4v4? Once you die, you're dead, or is there
Well, no.
spawns?
Once you get shot, your teammate has the option to revive you.
Okay.
So, say if all of us was playing and I was the only one left, I could revive everybody, and then we could win. That's how it is. It's weird. You just have to play it to understand it. But you can use your drones. You can have a mortar drone. It's actually nice. I think I would enjoy it once it fully gets all the bugs worked out of it.
Okay. Well, cool.
Do you think that's something that the community would really take and go with? Do you like with what you know of our community, basically? Do you think that's something that
Yeah, I think they would. Because it's, sometimes you have to sit there and think, okay, they're going here, what do I do? And I know a lot of our communities like that. They like the strategy.
That's cool. I'll have to check it out. I'll wait till it drops as the release, but so I think I've got the because I have a habit of getting deluxe things, so season passes.
The Division.
Hey, listen.
I haven't been back to it. I've downloaded every one of the updates. I just haven't played it in forever. So
Same here.
That game's had a great launch. It had a very rough period after that launch. It's gone through a lot of growing pains. I won't talk about it too much because I know it's not really on the agenda for tonight. But every update they've come out with, some of them break a few things, but for the most part, they are major improvements to the game. And one thing I'm really excited because there's going to be again more to do, more options. It's like game, like you cannot doesn't get.
Is anyone?
Yeah.
He's cut.
yeah,
I can't hear him.
you're cutting in and out.
I think your fan is cutting into
No,
your
the fan's
microphone.
off. The fan's off.
Fan's
What's
off.
happening is that whatever reason that your audio is competing with Vicious. So Vicious audio is going whatever he was doing just now, and it was overlying yours, so we couldn't hear anything you were saying. I could hear Vicious moving.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
It was a great monologue.
Yeah, thanks.
I wish I'd heard all of it. So, nice.
Maybe I just need to get closer to my mic.
Ooh, so we can see the top
So
of the dome.
a question of the Division for you. Can I go into the Dark Zone alone?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you've always been able to go into the dark zone.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Do that.
I'm saying, is it still a Death Wish?
You know what? I haven't been in the dark zone in a long time, but I would imagine it might not be because there's the dark zone north now. There's that new dark zone, and I think that's where a majority of people spend their time. Like if you're looking for gear drops and stuff like that, that's where you're going to be. You're not going to be in DZ 1 to 6 and stuff like that. But look,
North Zone, I won't get wrecked by going in with.
all the way up north. Yeah, you will. In the new dark zone, yeah, because that's where everybody's going to be, right? So it's the dark zone though. It's Division. It's always been that way. There's going to be groups that run and they gank, and if that's an ability, if you provide that mechanic, people are going to abuse it. And Dark Zone is best run with a group. Like I think running it solo is, unless you have some crazy build and you understand the cooldowns and exactly what your build does, you're always going to be screwed in the DZ on your own. So it's like you would in real world, right? If you went out somewhere that people were shooting each other and I'm going to go out here by myself.
Well, they could give buffs. They could give buffs for single players, you know?
Yeah, well, and there's gear that does that, right? I mean, like, what is that? The, what's the name of that gear set? Well, anyway, it gives you bonuses and stuff like that for
Being alone.
Yeah, the Nomad gear set, I think. You get bonuses for being on yourself. You get bonuses if you get killed by a rogue. Like, there are some minor handouts for people that want to do that. And
Okay.
how was that?
That's nice.
It was great.
Okay, well, all right, so Vicious, you're just going to have to mute yourself when
No,
we talk.
he's got it. He said he was going to mute himself, and when he wants to talk, he will jump in and talk, and we will listen. So, but moving on, I know we want to talk a little Destiny. I want to hit a couple things. Somebody added, I've always heard about it. I have never played this game, but it looks like Monster Hunter World is dropping at the beginning of 2018. So
Yeah.
that sounds like that's
that
a
on
solid
Xbox?
game.
Or is that just Switch?
That's a solid. No, that's on all the consoles. January 25th is when it comes out, and I expect to be pretty much done with most of the stuff in Destiny, hopefully by then, because that game I want to spend a lot of time in.
All
That
right,
is a
give me a concept of it. What is it?
So you. Oh man, it's hard to explain. It's like if you were to just play Skyrim and just hunt monsters for gear to make better gear. It's essentially what it is.
Can I team up with other people?
Yes, and that's like the main part of it. You want to team up with people to kill monsters, and I'm talking monsters that like take up your entire screen, big, like Oryx, but actually fighting it.
Have you seen Dauntless? Solid.
Yeah, it's exactly like that, but way better.
Okay. Okay.
It's not a crappy version. Dauntless is a crappy version of Monster Hunter.
Of Monster Hunter? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I played that at one of the PAXs and had fun with it, but as long as it's something where you get to run around, is it 4-player? Is it 6-player? Is it 2?
Yeah, I think it's 4-player teams.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's like all about teamwork. Like you got to set traps and work off each other's abilities to like really take down these monsters.
Do you have to dedicate hours upon hours, or could it be something that you could do?
No, like a really tough monster fight might take like an hour and a half of just straight like trying to kill him. Okay, but it's not going to be like a fucking 6-hour raid.
All right.
You know, like maybe 2
awesome.
hours. The
okay.
longest, maybe.
Well,
if you guys are really bad.
Then I can put that game on my radar as well, because I don't want to have to shoot arrows into a damn dragon for 6 hours or whatever to get something. So.
No.
Okay.
I mean, Scalebound. You know, Scalebound.
Yeah.
I mean, that's essentially the same premise. That's essentially what Scalebound was. Is like Monster Hunter,
right.
but on like you get to ride dragons in that one or something. I don't fucking know.
Okay. Well, cool. Yeah. Well, that'll be a couple months away. So, with diving in real quick, the first update for Destiny should be done and burned down by that time, since it comes out right before Christmas, I think. So, all right, cool. Well, jumping in, I don't have a yes, sir, Mr. Adam.
And before we get into the Destiny talk, I just want to say a couple things here.
Yes.
For the Nintendo Switch fans, we've got a couple games coming to you. You're getting Inside. You are getting. Shit, I just lost
Stardew Valley.
Stardew Valley, yes. Stardew Valley. I believe SteamWorld Dig 2 is coming to that in the Vita, and also should be an ID game on Xbox. I'm not sure about PlayStation. I like SteamWorld Dig, the first one. Really great game.
Yep. If you want to play Inside, play it on a console. Just my
my
2 cents, but yeah.
But at least they get it. I mean, you know, I was nervous about the Switch not doing too well. But it looks like they're actually trying to expand to it, which is nice.
And you may be able to help out. I've heard rumors of an Xbox UI update that dropped yesterday or the day before. Have you gotten it yet?
I've had it for longer than that.
Oh, well.
I've had it for about a week now.
Okay. Anything special, new? Did they break anything? Anything
you guys had the last one. Yeah, the last one where it was all kind of janky, right?
Yep.
Had to go to the different like home, and home would take you to another place kind of thing, and you know your games and apps are in that little sidebar. They changed that a little bit, more bladed, so your sidebar is still there. That has all that same stuff. Instead of going vertically now, you go laterally with your RB and left LB buttons.
Okay.
And it'll take you to friends, party through that profile, so you can just slide back and forth doing that on the left-hand side of the screen. I like it. I hated it for about the first 2-3 days because it was weird.
Is it like the Blades, the old Blades?
Yeah, it's just like the Blades. It's just like the Blades, but you still have the right hand side of the screen having all your stuff, you know. So you can still move around that way.
Okay,
I like it. I think it's cool. You know, I think they're trying to listen to people, you know, and sort of make things back to what people are asking for. And I think people are asking like, you know, just simplify it back like what we're used to.
Yep. All right. And
so the Blades are there.
Crackle added that it looks like Doom and Wolfenstein are going to the Switch as well. So,
that's cool.
Some more games there for our Switch users. And let's see. I know there's one person in here who probably put a ton of hours into these games, but if you ever wanted to go back to Halo 3, Halo 3 ODST, or Halo 4, you can all play them now on your Xbox Ones and Xbox One X's. Those are now all backwards compatible. So, yep, exactly. I know people have played hours and hours and hours of Halo 3, so
Cool. Let me go play Destiny while you guys play Halo for a while.
Yep. So, quick Xbox sales this week. If you have not picked up Mass Effect Andromeda, it's $20, or the deluxe edition is $25. And then if you do not have, EA Access, then Titanfall 2, the Ultimate Edition, is $20. So I think those are all 50 to 60% off regular prices. So I think I probably
Overwatch also has $20 off right now.
Is it Overwatch 20 off as well? So that's what, 30?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think.
So I will probably go get Titanfall 2. I've heard that is well worth just for the story.
Don't you have EA Access?
I don't. I have too many damn games already. I need to add another 30 of them.
Because you're going to drop $30 or $20 on
I know.
Titanfall 2 when you could just get a whole damn year of like
For what, 30
10
bucks?
games. Yeah, 30. 36.
All right, that's not bad. Or it's $5 a month. Or yeah. Okay.
Popcart said Forza the Horizon 3 and Hot Wheels expansion is as well. So
yeah,
help release your inner child. Yeah,
every Battlefield game and a lot of sports games if you play those.
Yep. So there are tons of stuff now. They keep dropping. I get an email every time one of the games that I've played has become backwards compatible. It's like, okay, now I got a new console to play new games. But so, all right, everybody, grab your popcorn, get yourself a drink, take a pee, because now it's time to discuss the main topic of Destiny 2.
So I can take a pee and not talk about it?
You're going to have an opinion. I know you can't just sit there for the next 30 minutes and not say a word. So, I mean, the good, the bad, the ugly of Destiny 2. And there will be spoilers. We're not going to walk through the entire game, but just to let you know, this is the spoiler disclaimer. The raid will be discussed. Probably not in detail, but some things. In-game content, those types of stuff. So just there's your warning. And all right.
The raid will be discussed.
Yes, the raid will be discussed.
And the final boss is Zavala. Sorry, guys.
You get to fuck him up. So, but
that's my bad. I probably should have waited a little bit longer.
It's not Zavala, it's the speaker. Come on. He's the bad guy. So
I'm gonna have to this out well there, Rip, because I know Adam's gonna have opinions and I certainly have opinions.
Oh no,
so.
no. I want to hit just a couple little things. Everybody here, besides Vicious, has played Destiny 1. So I'd like to just get a little bit of, what did everybody think of the story as well as the length of the story compared?
I think hit up Vicious first, because we gotta get this fresh take on it.
Okay.
Because I'm jaded as fuck.
I know we probably all are jaded. So Vicious, you've jumped in as a new player. You're on the PlayStation side too. So the evil PlayStation paid Activision to get all the exclusives, and we won't see them for a year if they are even worth it. But what did you think of the game?
Fuck you and that sniper rifle.
What brought you to playing Destiny, and what do you not like about the game?
Well, once I joined LMG, everybody was playing Destiny 2, or it was coming out. So I decided to go ahead and give it a try. I like the fact that there's always something to do. Even though you get through your milestones in a day or two, you can go loot and public events and all of that. What I don't like is the simple fact of people like me and probably some other people out there, we can go through our milestones in 2 days. We can have our powerful gear and our exotic quest, everything done. So, I would like to see them something to have like a weekly milestone, something we can work on throughout the week, and then at the end of that week, it's something fucking spectacular,
Yep. Concerning those milestones, did you guys see that they dumbed down the Call to Arms milestone after 2 weeks?
Yeah, they made it 2 less games or something?
Yeah.
Oh, whoop-de-ding. So you don't have to get wrecked for 2 games.
Yeah.
You can go polish your trophy for that amount of time, I guess.
So, how much time do you have, Vicious, in the game? Where are you at? How many characters, light level, those types of things?
Well, my first one is the Titan. My light level was 291 on him, and I've
Okay.
completely beaten the game. I've almost done the raid. I got the final boss halfway down, and somebody messed up. We're not gonna name names.
Name them. Call them out. Call them out.
I know we do.
I don't ever not call people out. Like, fuck shit up.
And I have my second character, the Warlock, and my light level on it's 288, and I'm still working on that one. So
Okay. And do you feel like, I mean, we're going to be jaded just based on grinding. Do you I mean, I took an entire week off of the game and went from like 130 to 275, 280 in playing in a day and a half of just casual play. I mean, was it
I
like
mean,
that?
I was off for 2 weeks straight, and I was playing till 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, waking up at 9 o'clock and grinding right back at it. So, and I got stuck at the 280 mark on my Titan for a while.
Okay.
I got pissed off, and I quit for 2 or 3 days. And next thing I know, I'm in the raid, and now I'm 291.
Yep.
So,
Well, Destiny.
Yep. Forever 29 in those area times. So, okay. Well, the guys who have played it, what'd you guys think of the story compared to Destiny 1? Did you enjoy it? Was it worth doing? Do you even understand what the fuck happened?
Yeah, definitely. Way better than the first game.
A lot more coherent than vanilla. That's for sure. I thought the story was decent. Not very strong, but it was better-ish.
Oh, I liked it. I mean, it was very unexpected that sorry about the spoilers, but Gaul was stealing the light from the Traveler.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was kind of cool. I mean, you get it when he brings the whole. As soon as you see the ship grabbing onto the Traveler, you know what's happening. But the way they explain it and stuff, and his like bright white armor and all that, I thought that was kind of a fun sort of twist on it. Seemed kind of neat.
What a twist!
So we already stated the spoiler. So is the speaker dead?
He has to be, right?
It's unconfirmed.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't know if he actually died on that last scene that you see him.
Right.
Everyone says he's dead, but I mean, we don't know.
Or that's all he's doing.
We don't know if the Queen is dead in the reef.
Yeah,
there's a lot of stuff that's still up in the air. So.
I totally went into this game going, okay, I'm going to find out who the Exo Stranger is. We're going to find out if the Queen's still alive. We're going to find out what her brother's up to, if he's dead. Yeah, we didn't touch any of that shit.
Right.
And then Bungie was like, expansions.
Yeah, expansions.
Well, the brother's for sure not dead because he's in a Grimoire card. He's like stranded on Mars or something. But I know in one of the missions in Destiny 2 that Osiris is alive.
Well, again, one of the DLCs is going to be about Osiris.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think that's the next DLC. That's all about Osiris. Yeah. I mean, like, there's a lot of stuff still kind of up in the air, but I mean, it's a video game. Don't fuck with us anyways. Whatever. We'll never be able to guess what's actually gonna happen until it happens.
Oh no, because they haven't.
We got you guys.
Yeah, they haven't written that shit anyway. So, but
yeah.
Okay.
Story for me was actually I was emotionally grabbed in the beginning playing that game, and I was not a day one D1 player. So when I came into that, the story was like, this is fucking dumb.
Yeah.
And all these grimoire cards, and it was like slam poetry and all this weird shit, and I couldn't make sense, heads or tails of it. And I'm like, this is stupid. I just want to get me my engrams, and I don't know what I'm doing, and let's raid. That was my D1 experience. So D2 is cool because I got to hop on board right from the beginning of a new title from them. I will say the story to me was satisfying in it, and it emotionally got me. Like, I was like mad when you should be mad, and I was like felt so bad when my hunter was getting kicked off the edge by that fat bleep word faced mother. The story wise, I'm going to give it props there. I really actually enjoyed the story to it. So,
okay. Well, I just finished. I was running my second character, and I'm doing the Cade one where he's stuck on Nessus or Io or wherever the hell he is, and he makes a quip about he doesn't have time to explain why he doesn't have time to explain, which was pretty nice. I liked that. So,
No time to explain.
Yep, no time to explain. So there's some Easter eggs in there where they poke fun at themselves in the first game. So that's nice to see. We talked a little bit about player progression. I mean, like I said, it's been out 3 weeks.
Before we get any
what's up?
further about the story, I do have to say that kind of bothers me a bit.
Which part?
The cheesiness, the chickens, the fucking stupid shit that's going on in the background. That really irritates the piss out of me. Like, I want my sci-fi to be dead on, all intact sci-fi. I want to ask Vicious, like, how do you feel about coming into it blind, seeing this Cade cat, like, just fucking around and being silly?
I fucking enjoyed it. He's one of my favorite ones.
Yeah.
But I do like the story. Like I said, I haven't played D1, so this one, it was different. That's all I really can say. It was different, but I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah.
What type of games did you come from? Is it shooters?
Yeah, mainly Battlefield.
Okay. Alrighty. So anything else on story, guys?
I'm just gonna say, man, I fucking love the chicken, man. Like, like not many video games actually truly get me laughing, and D2 has had me chuckling quite a few times, and I love it because it's engaging me, right? If you can make me laugh, then you've got my attention. Like that, like good job. Here's my money.
Yep, at the screen. I mean, at the very end of it, whenever he's up there and he gives you the head nod as you walk out and you look at the rest of the Earth and stuff like that. I mean, there are some cheesy ass parts in the game. So, but I do have a question concerning story for Solid. At the very end, when you kill Gull and he disintegrates and then becomes this gigantic orange marshmallow man, what is that? Is there any?
So
yeah,
so Gaul had absorbed all the light, right? So
Okay.
he had absorbed all the light that they had gathered, but it wasn't the Traveler's like pure light. So the Traveler's pure light actually penetrated through Gaul's fake light, and so that's how he was destroyed. He's essentially mixed with, I guess you could say, the darkness, but
because they were digging or they were going through and
Do you think
drilling.
he died?
he's completely gone. He's obliterated. He doesn't exist anymore.
Okay.
Another like Crota and Oryx kind of fucking thing, isn't it? Like we're gonna have a daddy's coming, isn't he?
No, he would, because he was the top of he was in charge of most of the cabal. And
Well, he's in charge of the faction. He was only in charge of a small knit group that was like raging against. There's a whole other faction which Gaul is part. I mean, not Gaul, but Gaul. Gaul is part of. Not Gaul.
No, Callus.
Who's
Callus,
Yeah, Callus
Callus
is part of.
kind of. Callus was exiled to the Leviathan by the Red Legion. Well, kind of. His daughter essentially screwed him over, but.
Where do you learn this shit, man? Like where?
My name is Life.
No, there's a daughter. Like how ugly is she?
Oh, dude, I don't know. I'd like to know. There's a lot of.
She's awesome, dude. She has no teeth.
There's there's a collector's edition book that you get or whatever, detailing like all the lore on the Cabal. And so I don't know. I've just read what people have been posting essentially about it. I'm waiting for Bife to do a full like breakdown video.
Yep. So.
Adam.
Thanks, Adam.
Yep.
We're all thinking it.
But there. Okay, so wait. So we're talking about story. This is the only thing I need to talk to you guys about.
Yep.
All right. This is from the deep recesses of Solid's mind.
Oh,
All right.
shit.
So those pyramid ships that were approaching at the very, very end. That I'm pretty sure that is like the true darkness, because when Destiny was first revealed, they had 5 races that you fought against.
Yep.
Then the darkness was
The fifth
essentially
race.
these like wispy void-like creatures, which I'm actually pretty convinced that Zur is one of them as well. I think he's a double agent for the 9.
Oh.
So I think we're gonna end up fighting a bunch of Xur-like people next, but maybe more wispy, not so like bundled up.
And guess what? Everyone will throw their money at the screen because we hate that motherfucker. And if we can kill him for an entire expansion, we will do it.
Yeah, so those pyramid ships, I'm pretty sure are like the true darkness.
If you kill Xur, is that like every time you kill a Xur, like an exotic falls?
It
Like,
all pops out. Yep.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
right?
it's something you already have, and it's a low light level than you already have.
It's a true Xur. Yep. Then you take it to the Cryptarch and it becomes a gray.
Yeah.
And you actually lose 3 light level just out the top.
Yep. What
It guns that do negative damage.
you've seen on that? I think it was an early post on the 5th Ray Solid where it actually showed their emblem and it was the triangle. So I mean that's. I'll have to find a video. It may have been a Bife video, but yeah, that'll be interesting to see that. But that's there just to pull you in for
The next DLC.
the next DLC and how it's going to go about. So,
And your microtransactions.
what'd you guys think of the way of moving on with? We talked a little bit about player progression, but the exotic quest lines and how you got those.
too dumbed down. Way too dumbed down. Not
Yeah, I think
challenged.
so too.
Okay.
I mean, it's nice at first when you're looking for a boost. And if you're starting a second or third character and you want to boost your light even more.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as like D1, the exotic quest in the end there, like I said, I can't speak to the very beginning of Destiny 1, but the second year of it when I hopped on board, like I just seemed more involved in
Such a malice. No time to explain. Those were really difficult exotics, man. You really had no idea what the fuck you're doing.
Sleeper simulator.
Sleeper.
Yeah, sleeper. Jesus. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing as complicated as that in this game at all.
Black Spindle.
Not yet. It's only maybe the 3rd or 4th week the game's been out.
3 weeks.
Yeah, so I know that the last time they did that stuff in Kingsfall, a lot of people complained that they hadn't grinded the game out enough to try and get these weapons, and if they're only coming around once in a while, like what was the point of, only letting the elite people having them? Yeah, Black Spindle is another one. Yeah.
Yep.
And that was fun. I mean, you waited. You had to wait for that strike to drop Black Spindle and kind of plan around it. And while that might be a pain in the ass for some, it was when you got there and you got it done, like, holy shit, I've got the Black Spindle. It felt special. Whereas, like, everybody and their brother has, like, the Mida or something or whatever.
Now, Solid, I know you're a year one. When did you start playing Adam? Were you around when it was the original Exotic Quest, where it was just a straight random RNG drop that you got this thing in your inventory, and it was just like, what is this?
Yeah, it was day one.
Okay, I even though it was only 4 exotics, I prefer that. I mean, it was great. It was like, holy shit, what is this? What do I have to go do? And you then would go into PvP after you got your Thorn, and you wouldn't be like you are now. Everybody has there's eight Midas are there. Let's all get shotty. Let's all shoot each other down hallways.
Thorn, Pocket Infinity. I mean, they're all fairly difficult. They're a lot more difficult than what we're doing now.
Yeah.
They're basically doing the when everybody's special, no one is meta, is essentially what they're doing. So everyone has the same shit. Now you guys can just argue about gun skill. I mean, that's essentially what they've turned Destiny into.
The Snowflake emblem.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, again, that's what we have right there. Do you guys even think that there's really going to be special exotic quests that are hidden?
Yeah, I do. I think that they're just. I think they're going to drop after hard mode's done.
Okay.
They're going to get people ingrained. This game's a bigger game, I think. I mean, I don't know how that's possible, but I think that more people are going to be getting this game. And it's going to end up being a little bit bigger as far as who's purchased it and who's staying with it. I mean, I've got people that I work with I never thought would be playing video games, playing Destiny 2 right now.
Really?
Just out of the blue, like, hey, I heard you play video games. I'm like, yeah. And they're like, I'm trying to play Destiny 2. I'm like, oh, shit, really?
We got a community for you.
Yeah. I'm talking about like 40-year-olds. There's like, 40-year-old surgeons. They're like, hey.
Come on. On in.
So they'll get people locked in, then they'll drop those things.
I think the player base is going to drop, to be honest with you, before it explodes.
Once Call of Duty comes out, it will. Yeah.
And everything else that really took off last year and that kind of dropped out and is coming back up and making a resurgence. So,
Yep.
But let me know when we're at that part, Rip, where we get to like give our negative opinions.
Oh, I know. We're gonna get there. So, what was the? I wanted to ask, and you just made it just leave my mind. Damn you! Fuck. What did I want to ask? Okay.
Pop-Tart Stuffer in chat just said something about necrochasm. That was another big fail.
Oh God, I remember that one.
We had the husk of the pit.
The husk of the pit dropped, and you're like, "Why did I just get this gray, shitty ass?" I burned it down.
I did too, 3 times.
Yeah,
I didn't get a necrochasm because I couldn't get the goddamn crux.
You couldn't get the crux?
Times.
Yep.
All the fucking times I ran hard mode, never got the crux, so I didn't get it until they re-released the raids. And I'm like, oh, cool, necrochasm.
Yep.
That was fun for 5 minutes.
And let's see, do we like, public events, I think they've tried to push in the last couple updates to try and get people going on there. It is nice. I know what?
They're barren. Like I did IO tonight. That's the, what do they call it? Starts with an F.
Flashpoint.
I figured IO would just be like freaking jam-packed with people tonight when I was on there because I was playing for a bit. It was fucking a ghost town.
It's Wednesday, dude.
Yeah, do it Tuesday.
What's the point then? Like, then that just drives me nuts. I did 3 public events on my own.
There are 2 days to play Destiny. It's Tuesday and Saturday.
That's a problem. So,
Yep.
Every day of the week you can kiss my rosy red eyes.
I like what they did with the public events. Just in that they got so lame in D1.
Yeah, they really hit it out of the park by putting public events on a map, like in-game.
That's what I was going to ask.
So you don't need an app.
Vicious.
Right.
What do you think of the map?
I'm neither here or there on that one.
Okay.
You know,
and I've got a question going into the D1 guys. I was told, and just watching it, we're going to have the lost zones, the lost sectors, that you're going to be able to just go searching these huge maps, and you're going to find shit that maybe nobody else will. They drop a goddamn map with an emblem on it that says, "Here you go, here's the lost sector."
Oh, here's those region chests that are like uber rare to find. Oh yeah, they're on the map too.
Yes.
Here, we'll take all the work and excitement out of discovery for you.
And the gold chest in D1.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. I mean, that's that part out of it. That to me feels super dumbed down. Of just, I don't mind the map. The map is cool. I have a couple places where I can transport into. I'll take the public events, so I don't have to look at another fucking timer on another URL. But the exploration part, why is that there? So what?
Are we wrapping up into the negative part?
No, it's just
crazy.
I
want to talk about the positive part, or are we going to do this?
We've been talking positive.
I mean, like all the stuff that they've done essentially that's good about Destiny is that they made it more casual, and all the bad things that they did to Destiny was make it more casual as well. Yep. They did a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. I mean, it's probably better for the game, but it really dumbs it down for people. Like, I mean, there's nothing to do essentially once you do it.
They are showing potential though with the Ludapalooza, with the labyrinth underneath the raid.
Yeah, there's tons of stuff that they're dropping constantly.
There's stuff in there that gives me the idea that they're reeling people in with the lure, with the easy stuff, and then you can take those people that aren't really used to what we're used to with D1, and and combing the web and getting all the information and doing all that stuff, and they're taking those people and they're getting them the bug.
Yep. That was always, I mean,
into it.
Tuesday morning looking at Reddit and seeing what people had found. That was I always
D1
hit
was
that
a mess like that. Yeah. D1 was a mess like that, and if you didn't know where to look on D1, why would you even play the game?
Yeah.
So I kind of liked about D1, like you actually had to like be involved in the game to figure out what was going on in the game, which was nice about it. D2 is like, it's nice because it's super, like I said, it's super casual, but sucks at the same time because there's so much more that I feel like I could be doing that just isn't there because it's so casual that everything is just kind of like, oh, here it is for you. We'll just do the work for you.
The worst is Cage Stash. Here, spend your glimmer, buy these maps, and here's a big beam of light coming down from the heavens.
And
What the fuck is that?
You'll crack those things open and it'll go, nothing. I got nothing, man.
I got a blue mod. Yay! So
I was actually watching a YouTube video there last night before I was going to bed, and I'm like, holy shit, yeah, I've experienced that. He was like, every third chest, like, it'll just barf out absolutely nothing. Like, it'll open up and make the sound effects, and you're like, oh, God's shining down on me, and you're like looking on the right-hand side, waiting for your little icons to pop up.
250 glimmer, baby.
woo.
It's because there's a chest timer and it's really dumb.
No, not even 250 glimmer. Like, I've literally had it where it's just, it's a sound effect. Like,
Big fat zero.
Yeah.
goose
Yeah,
egg.
it's because of there's a chest cooldown, so you can't just farm like a lost sector over and over and over and over.
Well, that's
Yeah,
It's dumb. Yeah, everyone agrees it's real dumb.
but
and
but,
then it's
but you can farm the clan one. So
For now.
yep.
Or the faction ones,
Yeah,
yeah.
the faction
Well, those
stuff.
aren't chests. Those are just fucking things you blow up.
Yep. So that's, I guess, what do you guys want to get into? We're about an hour and 15 in. Do we want to get into the raid? Do we want to get into PvT? What do we want to do?
Let's touch both real quick.
Destiny.
What?
I want to trash talk Destiny.
Same zone.
What was that, Solid? What did you say?
I mean, we should talk about the raid and PvP real quick. I mean,
Okay.
it won't take very long because
Let's skip raid real
not
quick.
much to talk about.
I guess let's go right into raid since we're talking about story, player progression, stuff like that. Has everybody here jumped into the raid, seen it, completed it? Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
What are you?
Trash.
Okay. I want to know, why do you think it's trash?
It's listen, I'm not gonna say that it's not challenging at first when you haven't done it, but so is everything that you haven't seen before. It's just I don't know, it's not exciting. Like, it's beautiful looking, it's a really gorgeous looking raid, like visually, but I mean, mechanically, yeah, great, but that's all it is, just mechanics. It's nothing more but fucking gears and cogwheels.
Yeah, it's too puzzly.
Yeah, too puzzly, and I hate the fact that you finish one room and you have to go back and do this stupid flag thing again. Then you go to another room, you do the flag thing again. You go to another room. It's like, I don't feel like I'm progressing forward in the raid. I feel like I'm a fucking pinball in this golden toilet, and I'm eventually gonna reach big old floppy ugly face that turns into a what? Sorry, spoilers. We told you before.
Yep.
Even that part. It's not frantic enough to me. Like, I don't know. There's just something about it that's just, okay, once you figure out the mechanic to it, that's it. It's over. There's no variation to it. It's just, let's hop from post to post and we'll jump into the void or we'll stay outside. And I get that raids are kind of like that. Once you figure them out, you figure them out. But at the same time, I mean, let's talk Oryx. God, as much as that raid drove us nuts, like, fuck, the glitches were kind of like half what made that thing so much fun to complete finally.
Yeah, I mean, like, they solved the problem that Oryx had where you weren't actually damaging Oryx. You had to use those stupid bombs. That was cool. Like, I like the whole damage. The damage phase for Callus is... Oh, someone's echoing real bad. The damage phase for Callus is really, really interesting. It's fun, but because you're jumping plate to plate, watching out for bombs, but like the rest of it is just the setup is so dumb. Like everything leading up to it, like the baths is probably one of the more fun encounters because you get to actually shoot shit, and then.
But baths is just totems reskinned.
I mean, pretty much, yeah. But at least you're shooting shit. Like in the Gauntlet, you're barely shooting anything. In fucking dogs, you're just sneaking around like Solid Snake, just trying to not alert these dumbass dogs while they're pooping.
In dogs is Gorgons, and you just kill them.
Yeah, exactly. It's dumb. Like it's basically Vault of Glass, like reskinned, with mixed in with like Crota and Oryx. Like it's not very innovative at all. Like I'd probably put this raid at like the bottom of the list, like underneath Crota. Like I enjoy playing Crota because it's a fun, like let's just do it really fast. But this one, like you can't. It's just I don't know. Like I've lost like I want to complete it so I can get the gear, but it's just not like the gear's not even good. Like all the gear is garbage.
That's a big problem too. Is all the gear is just junk.
Disappointing. Cracking open chests. Fuck you with your coins.
And keys.
I don't mind the token system. I really don't mind that. But give us an option to fucking buy it after we unlocked it.
I want the golden ding dong to fall out of that chest. I don't want like, bloop, here's some glimmer and here's a token and go see that rusty piece of fucking bolted up shit there and go see what it gives you. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to all the D2 people that love it. I'll just shut up because I have nothing. Everything else I have to say is absolutely negative about Destiny. The story was good. That's it.
Yeah, I agree. It's pretty. It is also pretty. The ground, yeah. When you're running on the ground in whatever the red one is, the Vexy place, the little like mushrooms move under your feet and stuff. I mean, it really is a beautiful game. Yeah, maybe that was just me.
It's a 12-hour game. That's it. Like it's a 12-hour game.
It is, yeah.
It's the raid itself it's not something that I'm going to play. I have no reason to play it on 3 characters every week. And I don't know if I'm just burnt out from D1 and how that was. I don't know if that's because I've only have 1 character and I've done the raid twice and I'm almost 300. There isn't anything to go for.
I mean, name a single thing that you're excited about getting from the raid.
From the raid?
Yeah. What's one thing that you would want to get from the raid?
Titan helmet, and I got it the first time.
All right, there you go. You're done.
I'm done.
None of the weapons, there's no luster for any of it. Like the rocket launcher, cool.
There's no special raid exotic, some RNG raid exotic. There's nothing like that. I mean, there's the shotgun thing that you can do.
The raid exotic is that shotgun, yeah, and it's garbage.
Yeah. So I mean, but that's just by beating it. That's not just like a random RNG sort of thing. I mean, it's like I want something like every 8th time I do the raid, then I got a chance of getting something really fucking
like
cool.
The Vex Mythoclast. God,
yeah, exactly.
That fucking gun was the most amazing thing when you get it. You'd be like, holy fucking shit. Yeah. I finally got this piece of shit.
I never got
It's amazing. Oh.
2,000 hours in the damn game.
That's
and
all
never got a Vex.
I got Vex Mythoclast after it was like all redone where it didn't mean shit.
I got one like the 3rd time I did the Vault of Glass.
Still the best sounding gun in the game. Hands down.
Yep. So...
sorry, Vicious. You should if you finish the raid because you get that satisfaction from finishing the raid. But somebody in chat here mentioned, I think it was Pop Tart. Maybe he had said, you should take him through like the year 1 raids, like D1 raids, and if you ever can get your hands on Destiny 1, that's where the genesis was. So, and the last thing I want to say is this D2 shit's got to stop. It's Destiny 1.3. Nothing's changed.
This is the full version of Destiny. We played the beta.
We played the beta for the last 3 years.
Yeah, this is Destiny. Exactly this is finally Destiny.
This is everyone holding hands Destiny, where everyone can get a chance at getting an exotic, where everyone can get a chance at getting up 300, and all you gotta do is put 38, 40 hours into it, and you can do it.
All right, and talking about that, none of you care, but whenever it dropped and there was only 13 fucking achievements in this game, I was pissed off.
I know you were.
There was no complete a raid with 6 of your own clan members. There was no complete a raid without. There's no flawless. There is nothing. The only thing that's challenging on this achievement list is to finish the raid on hard mode or finish a nightfall on hard mode. Either one of those you finish, and you'll get it. It is. It's part of Bungie. Bungie hates achievements. They've hated them forever. But at least when they were under the Microsoft umbrella, they put some thought into some shit. the first round of Destiny achievements actually made you do some stuff, but it's pathetic. So, but that's me on my soapbox of achievements, and there's only a handful of you who will agree or disagree. So, one last thing on the raid, and I know we've done it solid when we've run it. How the hell did you figure out running through the underbelly and then doing the labyrinth and doing all of the fucking levers to not have to go do the center part? It's just YouTube?
Lots of YouTube videos, and some amazing person on Reddit made a full map of the underbelly showing where all the enemies are, where all the chests are, where all the entrances to all the rooms are. And I've just been using that. I posted it a few times on the Destiny channel. Okay. I'm sure I'll post it a few more times.
Yeah. That's another big part of the negative part of this game. You know, like with D1, you had to rely on that no matter what. Like people were like grinding out for hours and hours and hours to figure out how to, you know, to get the no time to explain. You know, like what do we even do with this thing? We're doing this, you know, stupid strike, and then we go past it and jump up here, go over there. There's a very complicated stuff that you had to do, and Bungie left it to the community to pick up and do the thing, because they knew that people would just like scour around because that's the game that they created. Now, I think you're going to lose that sort of effort because everything is so simple and so mapped out for you. There'll still be people that try, but I think it'd be way less. I think you're not going to get as much longevity of players playing this game, and not as much, you know, Reddit and YouTube people doing it either.
I agree. That's why I'm excited for Monster Hunter World, man. I want something that's going to draw me in and it's going to like really, really like hook me. I mean, like recently I tried to play a new MMO called Albion Online. I played it for like, I don't know, maybe 30 days, and it just started to bore the shit out of me. I'm like, there's got to be something to grab me. Now, Destiny has done that for now, but when that shit runs out, I mean, I don't like games that are just super casual. Like, I hate like playing super easy shit like that. That's why I like doing the Prestige Nightfall and the hard mode raid and shit like that, because it's the hardest content that they can make. So I want to do it. But when it becomes too casual, that's when I start to lose interest in shit.
Yep. And the game itself still was built around community, so it's one of those things. You get together with your raid group for 2-3 hours out of the week. You run the raid, you shoot the shit, you spawn kill one of your buddies over and over and over again for 10 minutes, and you get
Halo 5.
Yeah, that's exactly. You play the game and then you're done for the week. So I mean, it's still one of those things. So I've enjoyed it. We'll move on. I guess the one thing, have you finished the raid? Have you seen the end of it?
No, I haven't.
Okay, then we won't spoil the end of it.
And now we get
spoil it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Go for it.
All right. Solid. Explain what the hell is happening at the end of this raid.
All right. So for those of you who haven't figured it out yet, during the raid, you're basically invited by Callus to participate in his little events to see if you're worthy of his essentially advice. That's what he's giving you. So he's doing all these things to make sure you're worthy. So then in the end, he invites you to his throne room for a drink. You say fuck you, and you spill his cup all over him. And so then he tests your strength again. Once you finally take him down, you find out he's just a robot. And so he starts telling you all this stuff, like saying you think you're on the right side, like you don't even know what the light is. Come back to me when you've learned more, and when the vanguards cast you out, I'll continue giving you gifts to make you fat from strength. He's essentially recruiting you to be in his cabal to fight against whatever is opposing him, essentially. And so he's giving you like the raid weapons and the gear and everything to make you fat from strength. So we'll see what happens when more Cabal shit comes out down the line to see if he makes an appearance again. And who knows, maybe with the hard mode raid, they introduce another room or something, more lore to it. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, he's getting you fat from strength through his robot vendor down there, right?
Yeah. Like he's giving you things to get you more powerful. Is essentially what he's doing. He wants you to be as powerful as possible.
Callus is the man behind the curtain in Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
You know what's fucking stupid about that though? Is like, he invites you to his palace and he's going to give you advice. Come have a drink with me, and the whole time he's a fucking robot.
Well, he was controlling that robot from his true room, wherever the fuck that is. So who knows?
That still doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Well,
it's destiny. I don't have time to explain what I can't explain.
Yeah, right. That's convenient.
If you get into the Cabal lore and everything, it makes a lot of sense. Once you start getting into it, he wants you to basically go fuck people up for him. Was essentially what he's doing. But I mean, obviously we're guardians, so we won't do that.
About all this lore, need to write a book, like a chapter book. That's all I'm saying. And I gotta bounce. I hate to go. I'm gonna say this one last thing though. Can we fucking get something more than Cabal, Fallen, and Vex?
Yeah, the Darkness, man. They're the next race to come.
Fuck, bring me something else instead of these goofy fat pigmen and these little goofy fucking gremlin people and these robots with goon heads with their little glowing belly buttons. I need something more. Anyway, I gotta bounce, guys. I gotta work in the morning. Be up.
All right, see you, buddy.
We appreciate it. Thank you, Slip.
It was a really fun chat. I enjoyed it, and enjoy the rest of the evening. Good meeting you, Vicious. Cheers, folks.
All right. So that's the raid, and we can get into. I mean, we could probably spend another 20-30 minutes talking about what's going to change or what we would think would change during hard mode. I think there's some really easy things that you could point out, especially on the gauntlet, probably in dogs. But let's move on. I know. Vicious, do you PvP, bro? Will you 1v1 me?
Yes, I do.
Have you jumped into the PvP in Destiny 2?
Yes.
Okay.
I have.
This is what do you think of the 4v4 setup?
I like it, but there's a lot of flaws to me. And I think the supers is one of the downfalls for me. It's something I don't like. I mean, personally.
Okay. What about the supers themselves?
When you have 3 or 4, actually all 4 of them pop their supers at once, and here you are, and everybody's getting wrecked, and there's, fuck.
Yep. So, what do you think? I guess asking the two gentlemen who have played in back in the day of D1, what do you think of 4v4 compared to 6v6 and 3v3?
I think that 4v4 was a smart choice. I think getting rid of 6v6 was a dumb thing to do, but that's whatever. But I think 4v4 makes it a little bit more fun when you're trying to do things like trials. Because 3 people is pretty difficult. 4 people makes it a lot more forgiving. And I mean, the gun meta, there really isn't a meta. You can pretty much, you pretty much use anything. There's always going to be guns that will have a higher time to kill and everything, but you can legit make anything work if you play your cards right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would have to agree with that. I second that. I'm glad that 3v3 is gone. I do not want 6v6 gone. I think that quick play should be 6v6 matches, and that competitive should be 4v4.
I agree with that. Yep.
And you're right. There's no meta anymore, which is wonderful. I mean, it seems a lot more balanced. I think that you really need to be more team based now than it was in 3v3.
Mm-hmm.
And I like it. I like it a lot. I think it's a lot better than it was. It's a little easier. I mean, it's definitely a little easier for me to do better, which I don't know if that's a bad thing. I kind of like sweaties, but I think it's well balanced. I like it. Keyboard clicks. We got all the keyboard clicks.
That's why I muted myself when I keyboard clicked.
No, you didn't.
Yeah,
no, you did not.
Oh,
nope,
I muted myself from the other
because
chat.
Why would I say keyboard clicks?
Because other people were doing
hear
it.
them.
Ah, well.
Yeah.
I'm still, hey man, I'm a noob at this stuff, so I need to get new keyboards. I've enjoyed 4v4. I think, like you guys have already said, it's more team based. So you just don't run into alleys anymore, or try to, because you're going to get shot. And there are ways of being able to flank and move around. And again, it's still more fun though if you're in a group of 4, a squad of 4. I haven't jumped into trials yet to see how that is. Looking forward to it.
It's a lot easier than it was before. That's
Is
for
it?
sure. Yeah.
How do you guys feel about the heavy ammo?
I think it's dumb.
Yeah, I think
I think it's dumb.
I like-
just get rid of it.
I like
think,
wrecking kids with fusion rifles. That's super fun.
I think that during comp and like quick play, I think it should stay the same. It should say how it is, but in trials, it definitely should not pop every fucking round, and not like 20 seconds into it. If it's gonna pop, it should pop maybe every 3 rounds or something, so each team gets it on a specific point. But like it's way too often. And yeah, you can hit people with a linear fusion rifle from across the map, so it doesn't even matter.
Yep.
Yeah. And also, if you guys didn't know that, I mean, I know you guys do, but just out to the public here for the podcast, if anybody pops their super, your energy weapons can take that out pretty quickly. So if you switch over and move from kinetic to energy, then you can do some damage there. I was pretty upset that the tickle fingers and everything else, is pretty much wrecking people as soon as they pop it, and it comes out way more quickly than it used to. But knowing that the energy weapons can take that out, it's a little bit easier to tolerate.
Yep. I can see why Vicious doesn't want doesn't like supers. What did you used to play before, like PvP wise, for shooters?
Battlefield,
yeah.
Yeah. So like, if you are used to something like that, going into a game that has supers where it's an automatic kill if it hits you, I mean, that's pretty frustrating. I can understand that. It just adds like a lot more. Like, especially with the 4v4s, it adds a lot more team based. Like, you're not going to just use your super whenever. You're going to wait for a good moment to use that super because you want to try and, chain it with other people's supers in your team, which makes, it just helps with the team aspect, I think.
and there's a strategy to it too. I mean, you want to lure people in and get them all together and do that so you get as many kills as you can. So, letting your other teammates fall, pulling them into you, they all come into you, and they're all feeling really happy about taking you out, and you pop super and just rip them. There's a strategy to it, but it's just a different sort of game.
I have a question for you, PvP guys. I always run Titan, normally Striker. Is it now, can I not kill you with a shoulder charge?
No, you cannot.
That sucks. Okay.
You cannot kill with a knife on a hunter either.
That's dumb.
Yeah, you can't like one-shot people with a knife, but if you take down their shield, you can hit them, precision hit them. I do it because I run with my hunter. I'm only running gunslinger with the precision shots for orbs, and that gives you the automatic cooldown. Like, it resets it if you get a precision kill. So I'll be shooting someone around the corner, run around the corner, wait for them, and then just knife right to the face, and it'll kill them if they don't have a shield, which is nice. But stickies don't one-shot people anymore.
No, that's dumb too. But
like, turn the fucking tracking off on the stickies and make them like actual like skill-based.
Yeah, real
people.
Stickies.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Halo style, man.
yeah.
Fucking Call of Duty, man. You put a Semtex on someone and you stick someone, like, fuck them. You teabagging the shit out of them.
Pop-Tart brings up a good question. What have you guys thought about the change to the supers from D1 to D2?
They perk more often.
Yep.
That's the
I
first
get
thing.
4 Titan slams.
Yeah, in one round, right?
Yep. In one round.
That's stupid. I think that's dumb. You should get 1 to 2 at most.
So
Well, I mean, based on kills. Based on kills. I mean, if you're fucking wrecking it, then give me 3.
But that's what I'm also saying. If I pop my super, I can have 4 slams during that one super.
Oh, yeah.
So, and then is there something on Gunslinger where you can have 6 golden gun
But they don't do
shots?
as much damage, It's like...
Yeah, the gunslinger, you get 6 golden gun shots, but they can't precision hit.
They can't precision?
So,
okay.
Yeah, so like the bottom trees are precision hit ones, and like each time you hit a precision hit, it stacks your damage as well. So you're doing even more and even more. And a golden gun can't take out a striker in super form unless they headshot with that precision hit. Yeah. If they're doing the 6, I think it takes like 3 or 4 golden guns to take them down.
But yeah, they're weaker. So
Yeah, they're significantly weaker.
Yep. So it's
Pop Tart Stuffer says Arccaster, I feel like, is what Arc Blade from D1 should be. I agree with that. Not being able to use your super to get across the map and kill someone. Yeah, that speed blade on Arc Blade was super OP, and then it was worthless for like the whole second year.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I liked. I mean, it was still first week. I popped a Titan Bubble, and somebody was like, "Holy shit, that's here," because they had always been running Sentinel the entire time. I was like, "Oh yeah, it's
Someone popped a water down on trials on us one day, and we're like, "Wait, what the fuck is that thing?
What? Yep.
Is that a bubble?"
What do you guys think about the barriers?
All right, I guess. I mean, they're pretty easy to take down.
I mean, we used them in Nightfall. That it works. I mean, there's some things. I don't know. I think it's actually a strike where there's a couple opportunities. Unless you just want to run right through it. We were running with 3 Titans, and it was fun. You would run up a section in a certain middle area, drop your shield. Guy would come around to the next one, drop his shield, and then the guy would come around and drop his shield, and you just walked right through the area.
Is this kind of a May thing? Are we doing a little Overwatch here now with the barriers?
I haven't played May, so I have no idea. But
Overwatch,
I don't know. It's
May character drops a big ice wall kind of thing.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I can see it. It looks like some of the stuff. I mean, previously that Master Chief would drop and stuff like that. I mean, it fits into that area. I think it would be good for situational areas. So, I forget I totally have it most of the time I'm playing. So, but anything else on PvP? What do you guys think about? Is there anything special on Trials that is for my understanding is if you win once you get access to another player space.
If you win once you get access to it, and you get 1 reward, but you need tokens, and it takes 20 tokens to rank that bitch up. So unless you're winning games, you're not gonna really get tokens. So yeah, get the 1 win, absolutely. Every week try and get that 1 win so you can get at least that 1 reward.
Well, yeah, you get that 1 win, you get one of the 13 achievements too, just to throw that in there. And then after that, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. So I mean, and the more wins you get, the more rewards you get. Obviously, you get 1, 3, 5, 7, flawless, and it doesn't count your losses until you get a win on a card, which is super nice.
Okay.
So you just lose, and you finally get a win, and then it starts counting.
Yeah.
And we're doing internet connection based matchmaking, right?
Correct. Yeah, it's all connection based. There's no skill based in trials. There is skill based now in competitive though.
In competitive, okay.
Yeah.
So there is some sort of ranking system under the hood that they're using.
Apparently, I don't know. I think most of it is connection based, but there is some small, I think, skill based algorithms thrown into comp now.
Okay. Alrighty.
With the not counting the losses to get a win, that could compensate for people like, with a bad internet feed falling out until they get it right.
Yeah, exactly. Until they get a good game and then they win, and then all right, there's your reward. Now get the fuck out of here.
Or not just that, just like now we know where your connection is because it took us a little time to figure that shit out.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, cool. Anything else on the PvP
Don
side?
Pinguini, aka Pop Tart Stuffer, says that it's way more fast paced in Trials than it was in D1.
I don't know. I don't necessarily agree with that. I thought Trials in D1 was way super fast. Like, if you're not pushing in on the team, it's over. Like, they're going to push you. In this one, like, you kind of have a chance to rotate the map around and continue playing for the objective. I mean, we didn't really get to see much of the survival mode this week. So, hopefully next week they have survival on and not just fucking Conquest or whatever the fuck it's called on Eternity, because that map is basically Midas snipers. But getting up close to people, we'll be able to see like the up close meta and what people are rocking there.
Yeah, I'm excited to see some more sidearm stuff.
Yeah, a lot more of the Last Hope.
Yep. So, all right. Well, jump into what this week's special weekly event is: the faction rallies. the community event? Has everybody gone off and pledged to their favorite faction, Future War Cult or Dead Orbit or New Monarchy?
We don't need to mention any others. Future War Cult's the only one we need.
Future War Cult for the win. So
All 4 of us?
Yep.
All 4 of us.
Yeah.
FTW, FWC.
So the best auto rifle in the fucking game, guaranteed.
So go get it while you can.
Yep.
One thing, a little PSA. Once you've gotten 30 faction rank packages, all you're going to get after that is shaders. So
Yep. I think that's kind of shitty, but whatever, I guess. I think it's stupid that you can't continue to try and get rewards when you haven't gotten a full set of stuff yet.
Yeah.
Like you're supposed to have a full set based on the way that the loot system works.
Yeah.
But
they won't allow
you
it.
can't. Yeah, Popstart Stuffer is correct. There are no other factions besides Future War Cult. That's the only one you need to worry about.
Yeah.
That's it.
Now, I guess
and somebody in the chat over there said Dead Orbit. Can we kick him out? Is that cool?
Yeah,
he's getting the ban hammer.
The ban, yep.
So, I mean, my question is, I mean, it doesn't matter. They've come out and said, Bungie's come out and said it wasn't a glitch or anything. 30 is what they've set it at. But since weapons, they're all static, the only thing you would be getting is just more glimmer and legendary shards or whatever the hell the shards are called.
Whoa, this is heavy.
So,
There's that word again.
but
I don't know. Like, I mean, what happens though if you're really trying to get that fucking hunter cloak from New Monarchy, and you never get it out of the 30 rank packages? Like then you're fucked. You know, like you can't get it. So
pledge it on another character.
Yeah, I mean that's the only thing where I can see it's stupid. But I mean, the way that their loot system works, you're supposed to get everything. We'll see if that happens. So.
Yep. So, and it looks like this is going to be a special event. It runs until October 3rd, and the faction wars and all those different types of things were brought up a lot in D1 because of the factions and how could it be implemented. I like it on how it's the way it's set. There will be a at the end of and I don't know how they're going to do it, if it'll be on the 3rd or the 4th or when it'll happen, but there's a specific gun for each faction, and whatever faction wins, if that's the one you pledge to, I think you can buy it for 10,000 glimmer.
50. It's 50,000 glimmer if you didn't pledge the faction,
right,
and 1,000 glimmer.
Oh, is it only 1,000?
Yes.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Because I was going to have to go out and concerning that. Vicious, how would you have liked to have been capped at 25,000 glimmer all of D1?
No.
And now you can get up to 99,000. So.
Yeah. Well, I think I am maxed out on glimmer.
Yep. Go buy mods.
Go buy mods, bruh.
Go buy mods.
Buy mods.
So, but that's something going on the faction rally is the weekly community event, and then from there, at some point we'll probably see an Iron Banner, hopefully, and maybe.
I'm excited for that.
I would love to
for that and for the weird exotic quests that I'm sure are going to come.
Do you think they would ever drop, if it ever went back in the oven and got fixed? Do you remember the Queen's Week, like that dropped week 2 of Destiny 1?
Oh yeah, the Queen's Wrath event or whatever. What that was. I wouldn't doubt that when the Queen is officially brought back into the fucking game, we will see some like straight up bounties on like bosses and stuff that you have to find. Like bigger world bosses than the public events.
Yeah. So, but that'll be fun to see, and those are the things that keep everybody coming back. Is those faction, or not the faction rallies, but those weekly community event style things that, and we'll see how it's implemented, how it's done this first week around. I think they're also started either today or tomorrow. They used to have their Bungie bounties. Those, if you watch those or keep up with them on Twitch, they'll go through one of their higher streamers and have a Bungie bounty. I think those are every week. Those have started back up. And then...
Where do we find those? You've seen those already?
Yeah, it was actually posted on the This Week at Bungie, and then I think on the actual, I saw it on the app, on the iOS app, so it's probably on the Bungie.net page as well. So, okay.
Where they may located.
It looks like it was tonight. Vendor. So, but
you got each vendor to find those bounties?
No, this is actually like a community, the Bungie community. So it's nothing in game. So
I got you.
This is like, okay, Adam, you're going to be playing PvP tonight, and if we beat you, we get an emblem, that kind of thing. So
okay.
But any other type of community events that you think that they would implement, or if you would want or like to see, guys?
Festival of the Lost, so I'm hoping it happens around Halloween.
I need my Flaming Skull back.
Yeah.
And that reminds me, we beat Nightfall and we don't get our blue heads, even though they brought that back in D1.
It's Prestige Nightfall now. You get the aura.
You get the aura. Okay.
Yep.
At least there's something there. So, is that for the open slot on your gear manager?
Yes.
Okay.
For aura, you get one for trials and one for the Prestige Nightfall. I think you should get one also for the hard mode raid, but we'll see what happens.
I agree with you, Don. I wish there was a big team battle. That would be so freaking fun.
Don?
No, Don Pioni. He's on
Don Pinguini.
Pinguini, excuse me. Don, yes.
The Peonies.
The Peony, yeah. But that would be fun to have a big team battle. So I was just looking at that on chat. So the last thing, and this is always a hot, fun topic, is the clan features and the clan engrams. So,
hey, you know what they should do as far as another battle mode?
What's up?
100-person battle royale.
I think they should too. Everyone drops in. All the weapons are laid out there. And see
it's
what
random.
happens.
It's totally random.
Yep.
You go planet to planet.
Titan bubble gets smaller and smaller and smaller as the time goes on. I think we can do this. Once it's PC, somebody can mod it, right? And make that.
Yeah, all definitely. Right. Yeah, nobody gets sued. It's cool.
There we go. We need somebody who's a copyright lawyer. We need to take care of that. Get it done. So, has everybody been picking up their free engrams from Hawthorne?
Yeah, you're welcome.
That's why I put it in here. So, I like the clan features. I like how they integrated, because we always used to have to use BNet, and BNet is clunky as shit on specifically the clan side. I don't really use it very much. I use the app if I have to, but I like how it has broken down into the roster as well as your clan, and seeing those things. Giving out I don't know. I think that's probably for those who don't get around to it or can't get it done to have them drop it. What is it? Light level 10 on trials weapons, and do you get
it's on things that you haven't already completed?
It's on things that you have not completed. Okay.
Yep.
So, and then everything else, does it have a max of what it can drop at?
305.
They can drop at 305.
Yeah, well, like it'll drop at 300, I think, with a legendary mod.
Damn. Okay. All right. Don, get to work. Give me my trial stuff. So, solid, get to work. But
yeah.
Open up that backpack, baby. I'm jumping in. So, I don't know. I think I like how you have different ranks, and you can get up to what in season 1 we can get up to rank 5 or 6, just based on everybody can supply points into your clan based on just doing anything that they do out throughout the day. So that was something that caught me off guard whenever it first dropped. You saw 250, 5,000, 2,500 up in your top right hand corner talking about the clan setup. So, but anybody have any yeses or nos or pros or cons on the clan feature?
I think it's nice. I mean, it's nice to feel a part of the community, and I think that's what they're doing with that. It's nice to feel a part of the community with the factions that they're doing. You know, the battle to get the good gun for cheap.
Yep.
I think they're doing really well with that. That's something that's been missed in D1, and I'm glad they're doing it. You know, before you complained about not having the achievement for the clan raid.
Yep.
But now this is way bigger than that.
Yeah. How is it on the PlayStation side, Vicious?
It's the same, really. I mean, either way you look at it, you know, depends on how you play it.
Yep. How many are you getting? Is there enough in the clan right now to take care of getting engrams for everybody or yourselves and stuff like that?
Yeah, pretty
Okay.
much.
Good. Good. And what is the PlayStation clan?
Guardians of the Light, isn't it?
Guardians of the Light?
I believe.
Okay. Excellent. So, all right. So now I'm going to open it up to everybody if they want to. We're at an hour and 50 minutes. Do you want to give your pros and cons or goods and bads and uglies? Or does somebody want to rip it or praise the game? Anybody? Or have we already done that?
I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take it.
All right. I want to hear it, Adam.
I think it's beautiful that they're doing the higher end consoles now, and they're leaving the 360 behind and the PS3, I guess. Did they do PS3 before with D1?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it started
yeah.
out on PS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So shutting them down, I mean, the visual is nice. I mean, they're really beautiful. They fixed a lot of problems there with the the public events we talked about as one, having to get an app to figure out the public events, and then it being like 30 seconds to 45 seconds off every time. That was garbage. Putting that on the map. They made it super accessible for new people to get into. I feel pretty confident that they're going to ramp it up so that it becomes a little bit more difficult to find clues and things like that, because once those people get ingrained into the process, then they'll understand a little bit more and they'll pull that up. Every game pretty much does that. Every good game does that in some sort of way. Battlefield 4 does that with their really hard to get rifles and stuff. I think it's a no-brainer that they're going to do that too. So I think that they did a good job. They've done a really good job about getting the community involved with the factions, like we talked about with the clan stuff. I mean, give you a reason to even care about the Bungie website. That's a really good idea with the clan stuff. And so, I think it's a really good game. I'm not as salty as the Moose was on all this stuff. I think PvP's a lot better now, a lot more balanced. There's no meta. That's really nice because that became a little frustrating. And, what it is right now is pretty dumb. It's really simple. It doesn't take a lot of thought to do much of anything. But my faith is that they'll ramp it up and do something really cool. And that hope is going to keep me playing this game.
Excellent. All right. What about you, Mr. Vicious? As your first foray into the Destiny world.
Like I said, I agree with what Adam said. They've done a beautiful job on it. I do like the part that they do have the community and the clans and everybody working together on this and this. I like it, but like I said, it has its downfalls personally, but overall, I think they've done a good job on it.
Excellent. What about yourself, Mr. Solid?
I kind of said it before. It's great. It's great that it's more casual for people, but it also sucks that it's more casual for people. I hope that they bring out content that's uber difficult continually, but otherwise, I'm probably gonna lose interest.
Gotcha. I think you guys have stated a lot of the things that I would have jumped in on. I think we're jaded on how that D1 was and the things from there. I think we probably also expected some major grind in some areas and not available as easily as it is. As Adam said, man, I can't wait to see this running on a PC. It's going to be beautiful, even more than what it is right there on the console. So, I mean, I sit there and I just go look at skyboxes sometimes when I'm just running around in patrols and stuff like that. Just the little things that they put together and added into the backgrounds is pretty sweet. I think it's a great base to build off of. I hope they do. I don't. I'm gonna I hope it happens, but I sort of am on the other side of those exotic quests and those things dropping. I feel like those aren't gonna happen, but I hope I'm wrong on that. I do. I don't. Just in the way this one was released and how the content has been provided to the community, I don't know. I don't know how that's going to go.
Why do you feel it the way that? I mean, because they were really hardcore in doing that in D1. Why do you feel that they would not do that now?
I think a lot of the stuff in D1 was through exploration and just dumb luck in some areas, and then just who's going to go into a corner and just start trying to hit switches, walk down hallways.
Well, they realized that, I mean, like today or yesterday, for example, the Ludapalooza and the dance party terminals, those were just dropped in and people figured it out within less than 10 hours.
Yeah. And what do you get from those?
Well, I don't know. I mean, but it's something that they put in to see if people would actually figure it out faster.
Figure it out?
Why would they do that?
I don't know. Hopefully because people may be leaving, maybe getting to a point where they're already done with the game. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I want that to be there. I want to have a reason to come back every week and play. And again, I think that may be on my side of just I'll run the raid once a week, and if it's a special week, I'll go through here and do these things. I have no real desire to run my second and third characters right now to get them up to light level. But I will over time. And I think it's probably more of just I am not as dedicated to D2 as I was D1. And it's probably because of the shine has been taken off, because this is the second one, is a lot of the same things. It's done well. It's fun. But like I said, I don't know. That's just my feelings. I hope I loved jumping on and looking at Destiny podcast and Reddit on those Tuesdays whenever major stuff dropped, and just seeing what the community had found. And again, like what you said, that
now it's nothing.
Right. Oh yeah, it's okay. Let's go look at and again, it's part of it. Last hope. What's the best Mida? What's the best weapon for PvP? Those types of things. And I enjoy PvP, but I play this game more for the PvE part of it. And currently, right now, which is, I don't like how again, this goes back to another point. I wish they hadn't dropped the raid after a week.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, me too.
In essence, you had guys, before the raid even dropped, you could possibly be, 303, 304, with luck, 305 going into the raid after a week. I understand that's, I mean, if that's what you're doing and you're going to grind those types of things, but shit, man, that's, I don't know. That blows your content just right away. And I even tried to play this one slow. And still, I'd have to look at how many hours I have in the game. I mean, the content there it's gone. So, but I still love jumping in and talking on team, or not in team chat, party chat, and shooting the shit and going out into space and killing stuff. So
I think what we're coming down to now is that, it's a pretty easy formula to make a good game. A good enough game, I guess. Not an amazing game, but a good enough game. And there are so many companies doing it. Battlefield 1's a decent game. Battlefield 4 is a great game. Destiny's a great game. PUBG's a great game. There's so many games out there, and it's getting pretty saturated across the board, where, there are a lot of good Steam games, there are a lot of good console games,
Yep.
and, people don't have to lock into Destiny anymore.
yeah,
Just to have fun, And they're making it sort of dumbed down like that leads to them getting left behind.
Yeah. So, and then Mr. Poop Shizzle brings up something about if D1 released as polished as what D2 is now. And I think, I don't know how long you've been here, Poop, we talked about some of the things that were in D1 originally, like exotic quests, how things were structured, the story and per se. But if it looked like how this has been presented, oh man, and we looked like we were playing an actual polished, delivered game instead of something that was changing and free flowing, oh yeah, it would have blown our socks off even more. But I mean, I enjoy both of them. So,
well, the time machine goes back there to D1 and it realizes that there wasn't really any good game coming out when D1 came.
True. I mean,
Battlefield 4, you couldn't even get into a server.
Yeah.
For like a good 2 months.
Yep. Oh, it dropped at the perfect time.
It did, and that's how they won so well, I think, in my opinion.
So,
and you saw that with the lackluster DLCs that came out after that. Crota was cool, but then it was like
Crota was cool, but Crota was half baked, man. They had
it was a mess. It was a fucking mess.
I mean, and that goes back to, I mean, how their structure was set up with Activision and how fast originally they thought they were going to have to put content out and all those types of things. But yeah, that shit was half-baked. But it was still fun. So.
Yeah.
But, so.
I think we just got more of the same, man. We got more Bungie just trying to figure it out. That's my overall opinion. It's like, just like D1, they can't really figure it out. They're trying to, appeal to the people that are casual. We got to appeal to the people that are like hardcore. How are we going to do that at the same time? And they're not. They're just not doing it yet. I think that they know what to do, though. Like, they know that they have to appease their hardcore, sweaty base.
Yep.
And that's my hope going forward, is that they'll just, sort of throw those Easter eggs in, throw in the weird thing that you jumped over some fake wall and ended up in some sort of new realm, know. So we'll see.
All right, one last thing, and then I'll be done. I'll stop ripping band-aids off. What do you guys think of Everest or Tess and the Everest company?
It's
or whatever?
fine.
Think it's fine?
What'd you say?
Yeah, it's fine.
The transactions, what do I want to call?
Eververse.
Yes, Tess Everest.
What the fuck did you just say?
I don't know.
Everest?
Yes.
Like Mount Everest?
She's on Mount Everest,
like
on the top of Mount Everest.
Okay.
Yes. What do you think about getting bright engrams?
I think it's dumb.
She has something there for sale every week, and you can buy it with the shit that she gives you, and you get 3
Why
of
don't
them
you
a
get
week.
that? Just get the fire team thing so you can get your three coins.
Well, yep, they're there as well. You can buy those. So just in a different version. So I'm prefer it's. I like it better.
All right.
than,
So are the fire team
What?
buffs, are they pay to play?
No.
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 Absolutely not.
Well, hold up. Then you get more chance of exotic, don't you?
You do, but you also get those exact same items by just playing the game. Definitely not pay to win.
But you get them more often if you buy the thing.
Yeah, but you get them for free.
A possibility. It's
you
not
get that dust
guaranteed.
for free. I've got over 1,800 of it, and they're only 50 a pop.
Yeah.
Sure.
Just from opening
Definitely.
bright engrams.
So you
When
don't
I
have-
first saw mods in there, I thought it was going to be pay to win, but then when I figured out that the mods don't actually, like, legendary mods are the only things that are really worth anything, and you can't even get random legendary mods from the rare mods unless you're 280, then by that point it doesn't matter. So
Right, just buy them.
it's every instance of the pay to win thing it's not there. It's very close.
Yeah.
it's very
Well,
close.
it's
with
been a
those Fire Team
slippery
medallions,
slope.
it is. Yeah,
the fire
but
team medallions, they're kind of like
they're like on the border of like this might be pay to win, but considering you get a fuck ton of that stuff
Yeah.
anyways just by playing, I wouldn't say it is at all.
I mean, I think in the 3 weeks I've played, I probably got my 9 bright engrams or whatever. Like I said, I've got 1,800 bright dust or whatever the economy is, and at 50 bright dust a pop. I mean, you shouldn't have to put any money into the Eververse.
Yeah.
And then if you want to hold and save it, you can buy some of the shit that's down on the bottom, which is fine too. So, okay. We shall, unless there's any final comments from anybody, we shall discuss this again later on in the year, maybe near Christmas, whenever the first DLC drops, and see how everything's going. But keep your eyes out, everybody, on your favorite streamer, YouTuber, podcaster, community member. Who knows? Next week, something may pop up in the underbelly or out in a lost sector that can start a new experience to try and find some sort of exotic. But who knows? Hopefully that will happen. So, yeah, that's something else to talk about. Shaders. They're fun, but we can talk about that later. So, if you guys don't have anything else, I will close this down this evening.
I do have one other thing.
Yeah, jump into it, Adam. What's up?
Because I have to throw this out there.
No.
The anime movie Batman vs. Two-Face is out now.
Okay.
Or coming out shortly. That is the last voiceover appearance of Adam West, the original
West?
Batman.
Okay.
Yeah. His last real appearance, and the Two-Face there is the Harvey Dent is voiced by the great William Shatner. So I don't know about how people feel about animated movies, but if you want to hear like Adam West battle against William Shatner, I don't think you're definitely never going to get that opportunity again. I don't think you've ever had that opportunity in the past. That's pretty cool. So I just want to put that out there because he's kind of cool. I like Adam West.
Like I said, that was his last voiceover?
Yeah, his last thing. So.
Okay. And that is out already, or is it coming out?
I think it's coming out. I don't think it's out yet. Yeah, that was at New York Comic Con this past week. So
very cool.
Or coming up this week.
All right. Well, I appreciate you guys taking a couple hours out of your Wednesday to join me and just discuss some things and get LMG Live back up and running. Like I said, this is something we're going to do every 2 weeks on Wednesday nights. Open to the community. Like Mr. Vicious over here joining us. We really appreciate it. Thank you, sir, for sticking out there. You guys are more than welcome to come out anytime. So, again, I am LMG TheFlaminC. You can find me on Discord. You can find me on Xbox, and you can find me on the website. Just look for TheFlaminC and shoot me a DM. Ask me any questions. I am your resident streamer noob, as you can tell from how I put this together tonight. I still screw up a lot, so I'll be more than happy to help you. But Adam, where can we find you, sir?
You can find me all over the interwebs at Adam Darden. That's my real freaking name. You can find me on Twitch as Adam12. That's Adam the number 2 WELVE, Adam2Welv on Twitch. You can find me there on Battle.net, PS4 if I ever play it, and on Xbox, Adam2Welv Xbox. And so that's me.
Excellent, Mr. Vicious. Thank you very much for coming out, sir.
No problem.
Where can we find you?
On Discord. My username on Discord is my same on PlayStation. Feel free to add me.
Excellent. And Mr. Solid, where can we find you on the interwebs?
You can find me on the Discord, SoulScorpionZ, Twitter, same name, as well as Twitch. And gotta give a shout out to the hashtag EA. Get it.
Yes, sir. EA. So, thank you very much, guys, for coming out tonight, and we will see you in a couple weeks. If you don't mind, you guys need to go. Actually, I have one. We ran across some of our reviews of our podcast, and I know Mr. Adams probably read one of these, but I want to feature one of these before we leave tonight that made me smile. So, let me go here. And then let's see if I can find reviews. If not, nope, I can't. Damn it, not on my phone. I got to find them actually on the website. So if you want to, go to LMG Podcast, leave us a 5-star review. We would love to hear that. And let us know how our sexy, sultry voices sound. So thank you again, everybody. Have a good night. And always be excellent to each other.
Stay frosty.
Be excellent to each other.
And for Mr. Solid, stay frosty. All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.